What's up, YouTube? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all, right? Now, it's like yesterday, it was happy birthday to Nip. I didn't even get a chance to shout Nip out. But what I seen, Nina Boy posted a video yesterday pertaining to the whole Compton Ricc and Spider Loc issue, right? And Nino Boy was going 50-50 for me. Like, I agree with him on all everybody need to come together, be positive. You know, we all one color, we all stick together, we all come from where we come from. You know, the whole push of unity and all that, I agree with Nino Boy about. I don't got no problem with that, you feel me? But I don't agree with the path he was going down pertaining to, like, making it seem like Compton Ricc is just out of his league in every aspect. Like, you acting like Compton Ricc is out of his league in the streets, acting like Compton Ricc is out of his league on the internet, and you asking questions in the form of assumption and also turning it into like a fact. If you gonna ask a question for an answer, or you gonna say certain stuff with assumption to try to play, you know, control the narrative. And it's like, you know, Nino Boy, you asking questions like, you don't know who gonna back him up, and you don't know if he got the power, and, you know, don't underestimate Spider Loc power, and, you know, and you just was giving out a lot of, like, credit towards Spider Loc when it comes to like this street stuff, when it's like maybe you do know Compton Ricc or maybe you don't. But at the same time, in these streets, the dumbest thing you can do is assume how much power and how much backup a person got to a lesser degree. You can assume a person got a whole army with them, because that'll probably help you, you know, practice and elevate your thinking and your methods on what you might need to do to engage in that combat. But to assume that a person got less power or got less pull, stuff like that, that's dumb. That ain't even smart. That's not even something that you should be teaching people out here. You feel me? And, you know, I'm not going to sit out here and bash out like, oh, I just don't rock with everybody. Like, I pretty much watch and catch up with a little bit of everybody at some point that participate in this YouTube space. You know? But right is right and wrong is wrong. Now, yeah, one thing I did know, I totally knew that a lot of people was going to feel like Compton Ricc should have stayed out of that based upon the divisions of that blue team. I understand that certain people are gonna feel that way. However, on the other hand, we can't act so like it's just foreign for other people to represent that blue team to feel offended when people is running around here using titles with the blue team in it, people putting Crip in this, people putting rags and stuff, people acting like you just representing the whole genre. You know, when everything's not based upon just the 50s, or everything's not just based upon the neighborhood Crips and all that. People is basing this upon Crip. So when you break stuff upon base things upon Crip itself, then you open up the gate for everybody that's participating in that lifestyle, however it go, to have some type of way or to feel offended. Or anybody that know better, that been around forever, got that opportunity to speak on that because y'all put y'all business out there on the internet. Can't nobody get mad. You know, I understand it. Everybody wants some bread. I understand that a lot of clout and a lot of positions for cash come with probably hanging with Crip Mac and Brick Baby. So I understand it, why it wouldn't be easy for people to come out and say, yeah, that was a no-go. You know what I mean? I can see that. It's not no puzzle. But my thing is, Nina Boy, you just can't be just making them assumptions like Compton Ricc just a nothing ass individual in the streets. You can't make assumptions like, oh, Spider Loc probably got more ties and pull in Compton than you. You just can't make them type of assumptions. That's just not going to be bad. That's not going to be good for you or anybody else making them type of assumptions. And it's also like, just because you got more of a presence on this internet, like far as you and all your homies, that don't mean that y'all right. Just because it might be 10 of y'all on the internet and it might be only a few of us from Compton on the internet or whatever, however it go, that don't make y'all right. Now I understand from every perspective. Like I do 50% understand the perspective of another fraction speaking on another fraction business. I get that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, that don't carry no value. Nah, I get that. I really get that. But I feel like nobody else trying to open up and understand the part that y'all making everything based upon Crip. Y'all didn't get down and y'all not putting like his name ain't Neighborhood Crip Mac. His name is Crip Mac. His name, y'all not doing all the whole, interviewing a Hoover gay guy or just this. Y'all doing all this Crip shit. So Crips got the entitlement to feel offended about that however it go. And then y'all keep creating this false narrative with all this LA and Compton when that's far from the problem. You got a handful of people that wanted to kind of create a narrative that didn't like what Compton Ricc said and took it to a further degree. It was people like ODM Slim bringing up stuff like death certificate. You had people like Spider Loc making videos titling stuff like Compton Ricc versus the NHCs, just mixing too much with the whole trying to be like with the gang culture based upon just the regular content creating world. So when that shit get the rolling on, it just turns into a snowball effect and they start rubbing everybody the wrong way. You know what I mean? A lot of people get offended. So we got to be mindful on what we say on here. Because I took it like people is on here saying like, like just Compton Ricc just going to be a nothing ass individual. Like the shit he represent, like his last name, them 2 letters, that 2C shit don't carry no weight. And I'm like nah, like that shit carry a lot of weight. With anybody. That got problems with anybody, like however it go. You know what I mean? That's just a fact in the matter. So to me, it's like all that, like he gotta stay in this lane and stay in this league and all that shit. I don't think Nina Boy would even try to do his stuff with a person like Compton Ricc if he ran across him in a dark alley or ran across him at a swap meet or at the mall. That's just my belief. But I don't know Nina Boy. I'm not saying that he a chump or nothing like that. But I just believe like, forget about all the backup. We talking about man, no man. It's not about nothing. Compton Ricc never got on there and said about, oh, I'm going to get a gang of people and do this. He said, I'm going to do it myself. That's a fair ordeal. He's speaking at 2 individuals about what he going to do himself. He's saying he going to give out these DPs. He didn't say he going to call 20 people and jump on them. He didn't say he going to get 10 Compton Crips and jump on them. He just said that, hey, if y'all homies don't DP you, I'm a DP you. So Compton Ricc pretty much, it's a fair fade, so it's really just a fair fade, even though his intentions is the DP. But for him to pretty much be asking for like a fair fade behind the mockery Brick Baby and Crip Mac is doing for something that he represented, it didn't require for so many people or a handful of other people to feel offended and come out in defense of that. It didn't call for that. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't get mad because you okay with your homies doing certain stuff because you don't got a problem with it because it's your homies. But sometimes you gotta take yourself out your chucks and put them in the next chucks and try to have some understanding from everybody else's perspective. Because a lot of people ain't on here really even passionate about the Crip shit. You know, most people on here just using it for the personal gain, and what gates do it open up for them. This is why you got other people's channels just take off and boom and blow up. Cause they own what they own. It ain't just about the whole Crip, or whatever else a person wanna do. But everybody got their own opinion, and everybody got their own perspective on how shit go. And you know, at the end of the day, shout out to everybody. I ain't trying to sit on here and bash nobody, not one party, but I do got my points and my feelings towards everything that's going on, and it is what it is. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You know, Compton Ricc, he's borderline a little wrong behind speaking on another car business, kinda. But then when you put just everything based upon Crip, any Crip can feel offended about it. It is what it is. At the end of the day, anybody that's a gangbanger can feel offended by something like that, because once you open up that gate for shit to be viewed as this for gangbanging, then everything gets just viewing, it's like getting viewed a certain way. So that's what happened when you touch on these street topics. Everybody from the streets can have an opinion, especially everybody that's directly offended or participating in it. And that come from it. That's just the truth matter. Ain't nothing else about it. Can't flip it, can't flip the script. You gotta keep that shit a binging. Then Spider Loc was wrong. He had no business to be speaking on what took place between the text between him and Compton Ricc on the internet. He had no business exposing that. You know what I mean? On some street shit he never had. No, that's not cool. That was a flag on the play. He got no right to be selective politicking on T-Rail on him doing his job, but it's 100% okay for people like Brick Baby and Crip Mac to do their job. That's not cool. Selective politicking. It's a flag on the play. Then it's not cool for Spider Loc to always be so vocal, but he don't want to get down about nothing. You can't make this shit up. You can't make no excuses for this shit. It's not right. That's not what you teaching the youth. Real Crips and real stand-up individuals move with honor, integrity, and honor, morals. Stand on their toes. And 2 feet, 10 toes. Stand for what they believe on. Not all this fake gimmick shit and doing what they can do. If you got to do a real great job, do a real great job. But don't try to get a great job and do a great job based upon making a mockery or something. Because it shows that don't nobody take Brick Baby and Crip Mac serious. It shows that they wanted to laugh at them, not with them. That was the bottom line. That was it. They didn't care about nothing else. It was funny. And it's sad that Sharp took more approach about disrespecting the individual, calling him certain things when he addressed him by his name, just laughing at him. Sharp even said shit like, man, I went to war for my shit. I done got at the Kelpies. I got at the dude named Church and all them on there that was playing with his culture. Y'all see it don't end well. But when it comes to this Crip culture and this gangbang culture, that shit had a pleasant outcome. So even if a person like Sharp can catch that, just imagine how everybody else that's a part of that shit view it. You know what I mean? We gotta keep shit for real. It ain't about how you want shit to be viewed. It's actually about how things are actually viewed. Can't take away from this shit. This shit is real. It's facts. And then Nino boy, you shouldn't be saying all these things about who in their lane and who in their league. Because you don't know who all to ride with who. You don't know who a backdoor who. You don't know. I just seen T-Rail, Mac Wop, all of them shout out Compton Ricc on back on Fig. That's love. That means somebody identifying him for his work. I mean, he got a platform to a certain degree because he got all these ties working. You know what I mean? In the ocean, this shit just waving up. Got this shit moving. So you can't get mad at that. You can't be acting like what you gonna do. It's like you trying to give a person respect, and at the same time you like fake threatening Compton Ricc. And neither is you being 100 by holding your homies to a standard that they should be held to. But you just got so much to say about what's the wrong in what Compton Ricc do. And I don't agree that. If a nigga say he a Crip and he can't find not one piece of, like, not just a bone in their body to see that was wrong for Crip Mac and Brick Baby to do, then hey, homie, that's your viewing. That's your point. It is what it is. But a lot of y'all that's condoning that shit is some of the same people that say you wouldn't do it yourself. And a lot of y'all condoning that ain't gonna be there when Crip Mac or Brick Baby end up in a situation to where somebody want them to pay for that. And it could be something small, you know, Brick Baby might just roar up, Crip Mac might just roar up, and a person might take that shit highly offensive just because what y'all just did. Like, hold up, homie, you gonna respect me the same way y'all respected that gay, Hoover, Crib, such and such, whatever. Nigga don't respect that, but y'all gonna disrespect me? Nah, take this. It can go that route. I'm telling you, this is facts. I ain't on here trying to bash nobody or disrespect nobody, but if somebody feel disrespected, I ain't tripping. I accept that, because I ain't did nothing but keep it a Benji and pop honorable shit. So if a person got a problem with what I'm representing, I ain't worrying about it anyway, because anybody dishonorable don't carry no value with me. Stand on what I stand on, and I'm open for whatever. You know, my numbers and all that shit gonna get to a great point at one point. And I'm gonna be eligible for some celebrity boxing and all that. And y'all gonna start seeing me soon. So, you know, hopefully we can get to some shit like that. For the people that's with me and keep it a Benji. We gonna lock that shit in one day and turn up. Get this channel up. Get our subscribers up. Be able to be eligible for one of these boxing matches or something. See what's up. Keep it all content based, since it's all issues off the content. Even though, you know, shit is getting rolling over into street shit. And I take everything about the street serious, because people lose their life beyond it. So I'm very passionate about it. I just didn't agree with that shit. Y'all did that, and then y'all start speaking on other Crips that helped develop Crip, or that put their life on the line for that shit, then lost their life and freedom behind that shit. And only thing you can do besides defending, like just understanding what your homies did, you just want to like throw out a lot of other people. I didn't respect that. So we got two dudes making a mockery of Crip, and then on defense of these two dudes that's making a mockery of Crip, 2 or 3 other Crips gonna start exposing other Crips that's doing life in prison. That's why I say it ain't even no respect for the Crip shit. People do it because they really a nobody, and that's the only thing they really got to get them in the door. I'm gonna be a vocal person about street politics and gang politics, and I'm gonna be an open book about it in the world of squares and nerds and journalists and people that's intrigued about this is gonna tap in with it. So it's gonna work for me. But outside of that, it's like ain't nobody looking for people for no real skill and no talent. Brick Baby rapping all that. They ain't up there, and Brick and Adam ain't talked about his music one day. So it is what it is, you know. But this video getting long. I done wrapped it up. I'm gonna wrap it up. I done said everything I had to say. Shout out to the audience and everybody that keep that shit a Benji with me, from the internet to the streets, from the streets to the internet. Keep that shit a Benji for me in them comments. Very respectful, and I'm gonna get back with you respectful the same way. Other than that, I'm open for whatever, however the problem may come, you know what I mean? And that ain't no tough talk, that ain't no threat, that's just me being a man on, I'm willing to be a part of whatever that come with what I stand on. Win, lose, draw, whatever come with it, because I'm passionate about it, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Y'all keep it a Benji for me, just living y'all regular lives, keep it a Benji for me. And y'all keep representing like y'all always do, man. Shout out to the subscribers that's new to the channel. And shout out to everybody that been rocking with us. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. 100.